Hello everyone, welcome back. So, I just got a pump and I feel pretty hungry now. So, it's time to do that part that a lot of people kind of miss. They don't truly understand. But the nutrition, this right here. So, I got salmon, broccoli, and I also have a huge ass bowl of Greek yogurt with raspberry, apple, black cherries, blueberries. There's whey protein in here, over 50 grams. Of course, the Greek yogurt, it's about 16 grams. And olive oil, cinnamon. I do put creatine powder in here too because your body will absorb it, especially after a workout. Like, your body can handle a lot after the workout. You can consume a fair amount of nutrients, and your body will use that for recovery and muscle and refilling the body with glycogen and such. But I wanted to just talk a little bit tonight about the carbohydrate myth, the carbohydrate problem, if you'll say. So, carbohydrates kind of get a bad rap in the industry, fitness industry. That just a lot of shit talking on them. But follow and post workout, all these berries, these sugary carbs, these fast acting carbs that will make you fat. That's ludicrous. It's how you're using it. That's how depending on if they're gonna make you fat or not. I just did a workout. My body is primed for taking in nutrients, and quick sugars is what I need, and a lot of protein. So these quick sugary carbs are good for this situation. So to give an example of a not a good situation, right? Say you fasted in the morning, 4 hours goes by, and then it's time to eat, and you have 5 slices of pizza. That's minimal protein. It's not that much protein, given all the calories you just took in. 5 slices of pizza, you may be running towards over 1,000 calories of nutrition that is not really suitable for helping you gain strength or go to the gym and just have a powerful workout. The nutrients really aren't there. And I know there's a calories in versus calories out kind of mentality, but that's not exactly true. If I eat, for instance, what I have right here, salmon and broccoli, Greek yogurt, a bunch of berries, all this is very colorful food, a rainbow of colors in nutrition, high quality proteins. If I eat this, and then somebody eats the same equivalent of macaroni and cheese from Kraft, I want the blue Kraft macaroni and cheese. If they do that, you're asking for a butter gut. You're asking for an insulin spike that's not beneficial for your weightlifting goals or cardio goals. Almost any endeavor that will make you fit, this probably won't do it, right? So calories in versus calories out, not exactly true. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the carbohydrates. Going back to the carbohydrates, so the fast ones like white rice or highly refined cereal grains, white bread, these are the quick acting carbs that'll spike your insulin levels. But a better way to use carbohydrates would be before a workout. You could have what I usually do: brown rice, sweet potatoes, oatmeal. These slower digesting carbohydrates will move through your system, not shooting a super spike like having a bunch of juice, juice carbs, refined concentrated juice. It's not going to spike your insulin, but it takes it up and it rides a nice medium. You'll feel it too. You'll feel a steady stream of energy, and you won't feel lethargic after having the meal if you have sweets and broccoli and high quality protein, chicken, steak, shrimp, even tofu, whatever. If you have this kind of breakdown of the carbohydrates, you'll have the right energy for the workout. So if you're lacking strength, you can't find the energy to whoop ass at the gym like you used to, or something's just not clicking, check your nutrients and make sure you're getting in these complex carbohydrates. Brown rice, sweet potato, red potato, whole grain breads, although I stay a little bit away from breads unless it's a real low glycemic bread. There's a few out there, but I really don't mess with bread that much, but it is an example of a whole grain, slower, complex carbohydrate. It's better for you than a bunch of white bread, excluding sourdough. Sourdough's low glycemic, and I stand by that. Sourdough's good, but I still don't eat a ton of it. You know, we're talking two to three slices at most. Cool thing about other complex carbohydrates like oats, sweet potato, red potato, Yukon potato, the rice, the brown rice or black rice, these carbs you can eat a lot of, and it just won't mess you up the same way, you know, these refined sugary style carbs that break down very fast. There is a way to use that, but it's not when you're not being highly physically active. A good example of somebody using highly refined sugary carbs is someone on a run. You know, these guys doing like marathon runs, they got these little gel squares or gel pouches, Gatorades. You know, this is a quick acting carbs. You know, a whole bottle of Gatorade is like, you know, nearly 100 carbohydrates. Fast acting, quick, burns up in your system quick. If you're not using that directly, physical activity, moving your ass, then it will be stored as body fat on most individuals. So just understand that you want a steady stream of carbs before working out. Afterwards, you just got the workout, have your bananas, have your quick carbs, have the Gatorade you needed. You need it. That's how it works. So just kind of remember that, you know, post-workout, quick carbs. Before, complex. It's complex before, it can be quick after. So, all this talk about food now, yeah, I'm gonna have my salmon now and gain back my strength. And it's good. It's real good. One more thing. The closer to nature, usually the better. I am a huge fan, though, of protein bars and energy drinks and stuff. Don't get me wrong. But 80 to 90%, you're gonna want you know, whole foods. Supplements. They're called supplements for a reason. Alright. Odd Fitness. Signing out. I'm enjoying my meal. I'm waking up tomorrow for another interesting, lovely day. Keeping the vibes high for 2025. Alright. Good night.